Hello and welcome back, friends. Welcome to another video tutorial from Shomu's Biology. And in this series of videos we have been talking about the different referencing systems, and we have been talking about the Harvard referencing, Vancouver referencing, APA referencing, and this lecture is all about MLA style referencing. I'll be talking about the MLA style referencing for a book, the MLA style referencing for a journal, the MLA style referencing for a website. So for all these different things, MLS style referencing is little different. So let's talk about it, and I'll also tell you how to remember the MLS style referencing with the help of a mnemonics. Okay, so let me take a color here and begin with MLS style referencing. The easiest way to remember MLS style referencing is, again, like every single referencing system, there's a sequence of information that you need to provide in the reference table, and that is easy to remember. In this case, ATTIP, ATTIPP. This is ATTIP is the way to remember MLS style referencing. And for books, the referencing style goes something like this: the author's last name, comma, author's first name, stop, title, stop, publisher name, bracket, no city is included, comma, date. This is all. Now you may ask why there is written like no city, because in articles and journals we need to put the name of the city. This is the only type of referencing system among these four that we've discussed where we need to put the publisher's name as well as the city. It's very, very important. Okay, and then followed by the date after the comma. So for the journal article, let's see: author's name, last name obviously, comma, then first name, then title of the article, then title of the journal. In the title of the article should be mentioned in quoted inverted comma, then stop, then title of the journal, comma, volume number, in the bracket the volume sequence, comma, issue number, comma, year of publication, comma, number of page or page ranges, and then stop. After that, name of the database from where you found it, comma, and then you also need to put the database identification system, or simply put the URL of the database. This is how to properly reference. In all cases of journal referencing where you took the journal from a database, you always should mention the name of the database and the URL of the database. Although in many occasions you may see people are not mentioning the name and URL of the database, but actually it's really, really important to mention that. Okay. And then the third thing is the website. If you're taking something from the website and you need to reference that with MLS style, goes with the author's last name, comma, the first name slash alias, whatever it is, if there is anything available, stop, title of the article in the inverted comma, and then stop, then name or the title of the website slash publisher, comma, version number or slash the date of the blog which was published, and then the comma after that URL. That's and then after that accession date. That means when you access that article from that website. I'll show you example for both the journal as well as websites. Okay, so let's see. And why I put a tip? Because it begins with author, then it goes with the title of the article, followed by the title of the journal, then volume, then issue number, then year of publication, then obviously the name of the database, and use of publication and the range of the pages. Okay, so ATTIP is done, and afterwards the name of the database and the URL of the database, which is really common for all the referencing system. If you're taking something from the online database, whether it's a Harvard system, Vancouver system, MLA or APA style referencing, in all these cases you should mention the name of the database and the database identification based on the URL of the database. Okay. So now let's see some referencing examples. An example says, first you put the author's name, then title of the article, name of the journal, volume number followed by the decimal and the issue number, year of publication, page number, medium of publication, everything. So this is one example. You put the author's name, so obviously the last name, then comma, then first name, then inverted comma, beyond growth, reaching tourism-led development. This is the title of the article. That's why the title of the article will be inside the inverted comma, stop. Then you should put the name of the journal and then the volume, issue, page number, and in between there is the date, year of publication, then the page number, and then where it is actually printed, that thing should be mentioned. Okay, so this is a simple example of MLS style referencing. And for the research paper from the database, if you're taking it from the database, you should also mention the name of the database with the URL. But for a website, let's assume again you're taking some information from my blog in my website, a guide to solve pedigree problems. So I'm the writer Bhattacharji, comma is. So how to mention it? In bibliography, you should mention Bhattacharji first, which is my surname, then comma, then my name Suman. Stop. Then inside the inverted comma, you should mention the title, A Guide to Solve Pedigree Problems. This is the title, and at the end of the inverted comma, then you go with the publisher name, that is Shomu's Biology. Stop. Then you put the year published, and then we go with the citation date. That means when you took the information from the website. In this case, it's not always necessary to put the name of the URL, but yes, you can mention the name of the URL, obviously, but you should mention the date where you scrap the information from that website. And what about the in-text referencing in MLA style? The MLA in-text referencing works differently. In MLA in-text referencing is simply when you derive some information from the website. Let's say this is the main body of your research article, and this is the reference at the end. You're simply putting this reference at the end. Now, while you're writing some information which you took from my article, which was originally published by me in the Guide to Solve Pedigree Problems, so there you simply, right after writing that sentence, inside the bracket you should just mention my title, and that's the end. So in case of MLA style referencing, in text referencing, while you are mentioning the statement derived from the original write-up, you should just mention the name and actually the surname of the author. That's it. You don't need to mention the year published. Don't need to mention the total full name of the publisher. Just need to mention the name and the title of the writer. That's all. The title of the author. That's how it works for MLA style in-text referencing. Okay, it's kind of easier for in-text referencing as well. So that's kind of it. So if you like this MLA style referencing video, you should always like other videos like the Harvard referencing, Vancouver referencing, as well as APA style referencing. So if you like the video, please hit the like button, share this video as much as you can, and definitely subscribe, because your subscription matters a lot for us. So stay tuned and watch the complete series of research oriented videos in this channel, and be sure to get and become a good researcher. Thank you.